Hello everybody, it's Emma here and Amy. We are going to go through some Hfno training, or actually Amy's going to go through the training. I'm really sorry we're late. We've got training going on next door and actually it was just mega busy, so we've just come into our little tiny training room. So this is how we use the Hfno at Bristol. It's not COVID specific at all, and we're just going to go through some kind of indications, some setups, and maybe a little bit of troubleshooting as well. And then, yeah, we'll just have a general chat. So welcome, Amy. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Go for it.
So we'll start with the basic indications. So heated humidified nasal oxygen. So in this instance, we're using the Hfno 2. So this is normally used for people that come in with hypoxemic respiratory failure, people that are quite severely short of breath. And it can also be used as part of weaning, so from extubation as well. Has been evidence to show that it can prevent intubation as well, so it can be quite useful for those things. It shouldn't be used for people that are in types of respiratory failure, so it's not ventilation. There's some evidence that it does give some PEEP, but we don't know exactly how much PEEP. That is dependent on the flows and the patient, whether they've got mouth open and things like that. It's also important just to be mindful that patients can look very well when they're on this. So they might be sat up, they might be talking, eating, they've got nasal specs on, but it delivers quite high flows and quite high oxygen requirements. So it's important just to be aware of what your patient's treatment escalation plan is as well. We'll talk a bit about troubleshooting at the end, but I'm just going to go through the setup from when you find it in the cupboard, setting up with the patient, and then disinfecting as well. So this is hopefully how you find the Hfno 2 in your cupboard. So some trusts will use the clear plastic bags, they have a label on them. Here we just have the disinfecting tube in place. So it does take 55 minutes to disinfect, so this is really important. When it's finished, you've finished with your patient, the tube is back on, you've started the disinfection and it's ready to go. So this is how you might find it. We'll go through how to properly set up the disinfecting tube at the end. So you get it from the cupboard, hopefully it should be in a clean space. And any connection to the breathing port here will have a blue sleeve. So it's really easy to take off. You just lift off the sleeve, pop that one off, and then pop it out there. It does have a little stopper as well for the other side. And it's got a bit of plastic so you can connect it so it doesn't get lost. Don't take this into the patient's room, so it should be kept in a clean space. It's not single patient use. So just keep that in your clean room. So what you need for your setup, you need the water chamber, which comes in a pack with the connector and the breathing tube, like this. So it all comes in one pack. And when you get the water chamber, it does come with a little blue kind of plastic toggle. You just need to pull that off and get rid of it. So it's got the water chamber, it's got a connector for your water, and then it's got the actual connector to attach it to the humidifier. So you just need to pop the connector on the chamber, make sure it's pushed down quite firmly, otherwise it won't line up with the port. And I would do this with the machine turned off for now. So that bit just needs to come through the front so you can connect it. So when you're putting it onto the humidifier, it's got a little kind of plastic lid here. So you just need to make sure you push down firmly the entire time that you're pushing it in. So just put it in place at the edge. You can see that this lid is going down. Push it in, slide it across, and you should hear a nice satisfying click. You can put the water connector in place. There's a little hole for it just at the top, just there. And then you want to just get a bag of water for inhalation. Just check that it's in date. I'm going to hang it up first. I'll just get water all over it. So unclip that. Just stab the bottom of it with the spike. And then lots of the videos and guidelines say to open the little port at the side. I think the water does still trickle through without, but just it might go through a little bit faster if you've got the port open at the side. So the water should start to feed down to the chamber, so it's already feeding down. It shouldn't go past this line. If it does, there's something wrong and this water chamber needs to be changed. So it's just starting to fill up there. So that's that part done. You'll then need your breathing tube. So there's a metal plate at the bottom of this, the water chamber that heats up. This tube will also heat up to prevent condensation, so just be mindful if you've got that in contact with your patient, that you've got a sheet or something in between to prevent any burns or skin damage. Again, you know which end needs to go on the top because it's got the blue sleeve. So just click that on the top, like so, and then push the blue sleeve down just to secure it. You will then need your interface, so we're using the adult nasal Hfno specs, and they quite easily just attach onto the end just there. To connect your oxygen, so we've got a oxygen port here, and then you just need a green or a bit of oxygen tubing just to attach it to the humidifier. So there's a little oxygen port at the back here. So you just pop that on like so, and then again the end on there. Okay, so the oxygen chamber, the connector, so the humidifier, and the breathing tube all come in one pack. The interface, so these the nasal cannula come in a pack that look like this. Then it's ready to take to your patient. So just take it into the patient's room, plug it in. And then you can turn it on. So to know that the machine is ready to be used, it's finished its disinfection, it should come up with a screen. It might take a little while, but it comes up with a screen a little bit like this to show when the last disinfection was. It does take 55 minutes, as I said. So yeah, so it's just come up there. It takes 55 minutes, so if it's not quite ready, it gives you a countdown, so it will say how long is left until it's ready to be used. Once the machine's on, you then just need to plug the oxygen in to the wall using this connector. We haven't got a port here, so let's just pretend that that's plugged in.
That was me plugging the oxygen.
So there are 3 different settings that you can change on here, just waiting for it to load. So you can set the temperature, the dewdrop temperature, so that you can either set it at 32 degrees, 34 or 37. I tend to go for 37 body temperature, but really it's patient comfort setting. So if they're so when you turn it on, it will come up with this screen. So it looks like this, so it's just adjusting the settings, calibrating at the moment. When it's ready to be used with the patient, this buffering part will just have a little tick to show it's ready. But for now, we can still go through the settings. So as I said, the first thing you can change is the temperature. So to do that, you need to press the mode button. And then it comes onto this screen. So you can go through the different things that you need to set on the humidifier. So just going back to the temperature, you can see there's a little lock sign here. To unlock it, you just need to hold down the up and down arrows, and it will unlock, and it will show you what settings you can put it on. So if I go down, I go to 34, and then up option 31 or 32 degrees. So I'm going to leave that on 37 for now. Once I'm happy with the setting I've chosen, you just press the mode button again, and it will lock. You can then go along to the flow, it's the next one. So as I said, the machine can deliver flows up to 60 litres a minute. It will go up in increments of 5, above 25 litres a minute. If your patient is needing anything less than 30, 35 litres a minute, they probably don't need the high flow nasal oxygen. So just to change that, you can just go down, as I said, it's in increments of 5. And then when you get to 25, it goes in increments of 1. When you're happy, again, just press the mode button. And then for the oxygen, press the mode button again. So to change the oxygen, you need to use the dial on the oxygen port. But just keep an eye on the screen, so it will tell you the fraction of inspired oxygen on the screen. And this can go up to 100%. It's important that you don't twiddle the dial and then just walk away from the machine, because this can take a bit of time to calibrate to the desired number that you want it to be on. Once you're happy with your settings, pop it on your patient, and you might just need to adjust settings according to SATs, patient comfort, and whether they're tolerating the temperature as well. Just a bit of troubleshooting as well. So the machine's quite good in it You can't really put it together wrong. You can, but it will tell you if it's wrong. So it will come up with a picture on the screen. It will tell you where the issue is. That's it saying it's ready to go. It will tell you where the issue is, and then you can just sort out wherever, whichever section of the device needs to be changed. Something else as well, so the nasal specs, they're quite soft, so quite often these can get blocked in the patient's nose. So if that happens, it will say that there's an occlusion, you just need to adjust it. Same with this breathing tube as well. If there's an alarm and you're happy with the patient, you just need to adjust something on the device, you can just press the alarm button and it will silence it for a couple of minutes. So that's kind of basic use of the patient. As I said, it's really, really important that they're monitored while they're on the Hfno nasal and that they've got a treatment escalation plan in place. Some patients, this might be their senior care, but of course if they need escalation, it needs to be done in a timely manner. Once you're finished, so the patient stops using it, you will just need to turn it off with the off button again. So just hold that down and it will turn off. Just be mindful that it's been heating, so that plate at the bottom will be quite hot. All of this equipment, I show you, is single patient use, so you'll just need to disconnect the breathing tube, disconnect the oxygen line, just get rid of your water, but no, this is going to go away from me. And then to take this one out, you just press down a little bit here, and then you can pull that out like so. So all of this you'll need to start off. Another part of the device to remind you of is the filter at the back. So the machine will normally tell you, I think it's normally every 1,000 hours, but the machine will tell you when the filter at the back needs to be changed. So to do that, it's really easy. You just unclip here, and then you can just take the filter out like so. So it's just a bit of white cloth with the white filter with the plastic bit around the edge. So these need to be ordered as a consumable. The disinfecting process, so give it a clean with detergent before you take it out of the patient's room, and disconnect all of the oxygen and take it away from the wall. The disinfection process, you then use your red tubing disinfecting tube again. So again, it only it's quite obvious which end needs to go in, the top port here, so you just use the end of the blue sleeve. Pop that on, push that down. This has to go in the left-hand port here, and then you just put the plug on the right-hand side here. You'll then just need to plug it into the wall, turn it on, and then it will start the disinfection process. So it will come up with a screen a little bit like this, so it will tell you exactly how long is left till disinfection is finished. And that should be left in the clean store cupboard. They all have these little easy use guides, so you can remind yourself on here as well. That's it.
Happy?
I think so.
All right, there's Hfno in a snapshot, everybody. Thank you ever so much. I'll just go and give you a little snapshot of what's going on next door, but I'll kind of log off and log on again. Right, please do tweet any questions and we'll ensure that they are answered. See you later. Bye.